And then it's our turn. Okay. And since we need to rescue MHG, we will start with him. And first we will strain 1 probably. Yeah, we need to attack and rest. And use the med pack. I need to see if I can remove the jet trooper. That's what needs to happen. So he attacks with his blaster. We can rest. We can strain and rest afterwards. We attack with his blaster with blue, yellow, and green because with the focus condition, when you declare an attack or an attribute test, add 1 green die to the dice pool. After you resolve an attribute test or attack, you must discard this card. So for the next attack or attribute test, you get just 1 bonus dice, right? The problem is his surges are bad, so we need to actually roll damage, which we'll see. So we roll with blue, yellow, green against the black of the Stormtrooper, of the Jet Trooper. And we don't need to respect range because the green one is stuck again. Why? Why always the green one? But the damage is pretty okay, I'd say. Oh, this looks good. This looks good. So we have 2 block against 4 damage and a surge, and I hope we have a Pierce 1 here. Yes, we have Pierce 1. Oh, wait. I'm on the wrong. Sorry. First of all, we attacked the adjacent one here, and we used focus. I will hover our focus real quick. When you declare an attack or attribute test, add 1 green die. Like we said, it's just 1 bonus green die. We roll 1 bonus green die here. We have 4 damage and a surge against 2 block. We have a Pierce 1 on his weapon, so this means we lower the block amount by 1 with a surge. So he's getting reduced to 1 block. We have 4 damage against 1 block, which means he takes 3 damage in total. And this means he's gone, he's defeated, and we accomplished at least one of our objectives here. I already marked him as defeated in the app. And now, we don't have any excess surges we can use to recover strain, which we actually don't need. We will still strain 1 here. Take a strain, or we will use a strain for 1 movement. And now we will just rest. The second action will be resting, which means we recover all of our strain. And then in the app, we will use one of our 1 remaining med packs to recover 5 additional damage on his card. Which means all of these 5 damage are now gone. Wait. And that's the first activation, right? So we have, of the 3 Stormtroopers and 2 Jet Troopers, we already defeated 1 each. Which, okay, we will see. The problem is that Jabba Scavenger will probably attack MHG, but we will see. MHG is gone. Is done with his activation. We could strain 1 more, but I don't need to. I want to stay at least a little bit close to the other rebels. So. And now we have the Jet Troopers. Agile. At the start of this figure's activation, if it has suffered damage, which it didn't, it recovers 2 damage, which it doesn't. Otherwise, this figure gains Pierce 2. So, figures do not block line of sight. Figures that do not block this figure's line of sight. So he can look through other figures because he's hovering above them, whatever. So he moved 3 to attack Vinto. So 1, 2, 3, and he can do this pretty easily. He can get adjacent 1, 2, 3 because he is mobile, which you can see. Wait, it's in the app here. It says mobile, but it's also on the deployment card. Here it says mobile. So mobile means that you can ignore impassable terrain unless it's like an enclosed space, right? Unless it's like a chasm, you can't ignore a chasm, but you can ignore like walls where the others cannot jump over. You can jump over these. So this is his chat back, right? So from here to here it's 3, 1, 2, 3, and he's attacking Vinto with blue and green. PS2, unfortunately. So we have to cross our fingers that Vinto is rolling a not an X-Man. So Pierce 2 means this one block doesn't happen, which means 2 damage plus, I think they have a +1 damage. Yeah, it's just, they're basically the same as normal Stormtroopers, just like Jet Troopers, like they have mobile and whatnot. So it is 3 damage on Vinto, which is a lot, because he already has 5 damage now. So, 1 to 3. But could have been worse, right? Now, the second will be move 3 to reposition 4. He can do that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he can. It's not 4 because it's 1, 2, 3 from MHD, but it's close enough to 4. It's at least because MHD already went this round. He's not that much of a threat. Owner is still a threat, so 4 from Owner is better than 4 from MHD. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this would be exactly here. Okay, so since this is the only figure in this group, they are done now. So we can concentrate on the other ones. And we will with Shyla, probably. Or wait, let's do Vinto, I'd say. Yeah, let's do Vinto and try to attack the other Stormtrooper. So, let's do Vinto. With Vinto, we will strain 1. I hope we still have strain left. Yeah, he has a lot of strain left. We don't need Thread the Needle, because we are adjacent to both of these guys now. And we will attack the one in the corner here. Pray we deal the damage, then we can just defeat the other one. And then we'll probably attack this guy twice. Because, why not? Get rid of them. So we attack with... where is it? No. We attack with blue and yellow, and we can reroll our dice. And for now, I will assume that if it says... you may reroll all of your attack dice, means that I have to reroll either both or none of them. Right? So if I want another result, I need to reroll both of them. So again, blue, yellow against the black, and we hope that we get a damage through. At least now. Okay. Doesn't seem so. We'll see. Oh, I can. Okay, so the guy rolled an evade, which cancels one of my surges, and with the other surge, I deal 1 damage. And with Boltslinger, since I deal 1 damage during the attack, I deal another damage on the other guy. So this guy is gone, and this guy has 1 damage. So this guy goes bye-bye to his deployment cards, and the damage doesn't happen. He's gone now. And now I will probably... yeah, I will strain 1 again to here, and I'll tell you in a moment why we do this. Not only to get my strain going, but also I can still attack this Stormtrooper, right? I can from this corner I see this, and I see this, and I see this. So this just happens, right? If I deal damage, I have within 3 spaces I can see at least this guy. I think I can see this, and I can see this, right? So I can at least deal the damage to the Jet Trooper if I deal a damage to the Stormtrooper here. And if I deal 2 damage on the Stormtrooper, I can defeat both groups, right? So I need to remember to actually... yeah. And if I defeat the Stormtrooper, they don't actually activate this round, which would be very nice. So, let's do this. So we have a blue and a yellow again against the black. Ideally, we're looking for 2 damage on this guy, which actually happens this time, right? So we have 1 block against 3 damage in total. Looks like we did it. This Stormtrooper is defeated because he only has 2 health left. So this guy is defeated. We just defeat the group, and it's vanishing from the activation order on the Imperial side. And also, we deal 1 damage via Boltslinger. Don't forget, Boltslinger, after you resolve an attack with a ranged weapon, if the target suffered damage, you may choose another hostile figure in your line of sight and within 3 spaces of you. Line of sight, we already said, from here to here and here. This works. And 3 spaces is 1, 2, 3. You can't space this basically how you would move, ignoring impassable terrain, because sometimes you throw grenades or sometimes you shoot. So you ignore the dashed lines, but you don't ignore the solid lines, right? So solid black and solid red lines you still have to respect while counting spaces, but but dashed lines you usually don't, unless it says. So we'll see. So this guy has 1 damage, which is fine. He's not activating this round again, which means he doesn't get a chance to heal before all of our heroes went. So this is good. I mean, he might attack because he will be ordered by the. He might be ordered by the officer, but it is what it is. So these stormtroopers are defeated. I'm going to delete our card. Okay, so this was Vinto, which this round went much better than the last round. But he's full of strain and he didn't move as much. So we need to, after this round, I think we need to hustle, right? And we probably can, because next round if we manage to defeat the Chat Trooper this round, the Imperial player probably cannot deploy anything next round. Outside maybe another officer or another Jabba, which all of them are not that big of a threat, right? So, but this was Vinto. We did it. We see that next is figureheads, of course. The officer is again at the start of this activation. Each Imperial figure within 3 spaces of the figure discards 1 harmful condition, which doesn't happen. Each of those figures that did not discard a harmful condition recovers 2 damage. And this means, again, the Chat Trooper with the 1 damage we just dealt recovers the 1 damage. It is not hurt anymore. It's a bummer. So the next is Order, another Imperial figure within figure cost of 3 or less. This is also important, like very strong figures can't be ordered by the Imperial officers, at least not without any other shenanigans. So probably this is the either the Chat Trooper or the Jabba Scavenger. Both actually work, but it needs to be within 3 spaces. No, actually it doesn't. But it needs to be Vinto who will be attacked. And since only the Chat Trooper can actually see Vinto, we will look at this. The Chat Trooper here can see Vinto here. Like they both can see each other, so it doesn't work. It doesn't matter. And the range actually also works because the Chat Trooper has a minimum range of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Let's count correctly. So the Chat Trooper will just attack Vinto, right? So this is what happens here. This is the first thing that happens, so he will roll. Vinto will also roll. And we get dreaded X-Men, at least dreaded on the other side, but very good for us. This means none of this damage will happen, and nothing happens here. Right? So this is a completely wasted activation or attack from the Empire. And the second thing he will do, if this figure did not use Order, which it did, of course he would himself move much further and then attack Vinto. But now, move 1 to attack Vinto Rhaegar, which means he will need to move to here and attack Vinto, right? And he will attack with blue-yellow and need a range of 2, which he has. And Vinto needs to defend. And he gets the search abilities +2 accuracy if he needs it, which he doesn't. We have a dodge again, so it doesn't matter. +1 damage. And then if he still has searches left to spend, he can use a focus. He can use 1 search to get focused for his next attack. In this case, he rolled very well. He rolled 3 damage and 2 searches. It's probably the best result you can have with these dice. But we already have 1 evade. So also this attack completely whiffed. This is the activation of the officer. Because remember, only 2 actions. The first was Order here. The second one would have been if this figure did not use Order, but it did. And the second one it actually did was move 1 to attack Vinto. So he did this. Nothing else happens. Both attacks were dodged by Vinto. We are very happy because it's our turn again. Which means we will try to make something happen. Something funny maybe. 1, 2... 1, 2, 3. I can't pull this guy with Shyla, which is a bummer. The Jabba Scavenger is the only one who's still going, so... And I still have Owner and Shyla. The thing is, I probably want to use Owner to attack the Jet Trooper. Yeah. I also want to get to this crate here because I want to get this crate and open it up to get another med pack. And I probably will use Owner now. And push this officer out of the way. 1, 2, push it out of the way. 3, 4, go to here and attack into the Jet Trooper. We will do this. So, just checking. Rush means when you enter a space adjacent to a small figure, like adjacent to the officer during your move. It might be during your move. You may push that figure up to 1 space, limit once per activation. Yes, so we will do this. We will use Owner and move. Move actually works differently like in other systems. It says speed 4, which means when we use an action to move, we get 4 movement points, but we don't have to spend them right away. We can get 4 movement points in our movement point pool, and with this we can just move when we want to, and when we want to take a break because we want to attack, we just take a break. The movement points we still have are not lost, right? This also happens when we use Strain to get movement points. You can use Strain to get movement points and use it after an attack between like taking the Strain, attacking, and then using the movement points you get through the Strain from the movement points. So you can take 2 Strain, get 2 movement points, attack like a figure that is adjacent to you, recover 1 of these Strains, and then move the 2 use the 2 movement points you actually got from this Strain. So this is complicated at first, but you will see it's not as big of a deal. And I will use a movement action to gain 4 movement points. With my first action, 1, 2, move this guy out of the way. 3, 4, go here and attack the Jet Trooper. And we attack with red and green against the black of the Jet Trooper. I just don't have to. I have to not forget to actually use Agile when they want to do it, or maybe they actually can't do it because. Let's see if this actually is here. Yeah. Okay. We ignore the Agile keyword on the card because their Agile works differently in the app, so they actually can't convert one of the blocks into in an evade. Doesn't matter though. We run again into the dreaded 2 blocks with 3 damage, so we only get 1 damage here. Doesn't matter. We hopefully we get through next turn. But this was Owner. We are done with Owner, I hope. Yeah. Next would be Shiler, but before we have Shiler, we will activate the Jabba Scavenger, and he has the ability Precision. Gain 1 surge, move 4 to attack MHD 19, which we will do, of course. 1, 2. He doesn't need to move any further because he's already adjacent. Attack with yellow, and he has +2 damage and +2 accuracy, and he gets +1 surge. He gets +1 surge through the attack, right? Which, yeah, we need to. In the app, actually, it says after the attack resolves, if it did not miss, the defender suffers 1 strain. And missing is actually a very interesting keyword. Missing means that you only need the accuracy for this. So if you have enough accuracy and you have a surge left over you don't want to spend, you can spend it on harass, regardless if you dealt damage or not. Right? Okay, so he will roll 2 yellow dice against the black of MHD and use it for accuracy, which he doesn't need because he's adjacent, and use it for +2 damage, and he gets actually a bonus surge, which means nothing happens outside of MHD gaining a strain. Why is this happening? So he has surge abilities for search for +2 damage and search for +2 accuracy, and he gets +2 accuracy built in. So he has 4 accuracy with the roll because he has 2 accuracy on 1 dice, and he gets +2 from the card, so he doesn't need any accuracy. So he uses one of his surges for +2 damage. So +2 damage against 2 blocks cancels out, 0 damage. He still has 2 surges over, which one of this he will use to harass, which is different than on the card here. And it's in the app it says, I read before, after the attack resolves, if it did not miss, which it didn't, he has enough range, the defender suffers 1 strain. So we will use this. The only thing that happens is 1 strain on MHD, which we happily take. We don't much care about strain really in the app. I mean, we care, but it's not that big of a deal in the app compared to how big of a deal it is in the actual campaign, in the tabletop campaign. So after this, it says move 2 to reposition 3, which he will do. 1, 2, go as far away as possible. 1, 2, 3. He's 3 away from MHD. This is perfectly satisfying his condition, and he's done. And I get to play with Shyla now. Question is if I want to, yeah, 1, 2. Should I strain this or should I move this? 3, 4. I probably should move this. Let's look at our card first. do not be hasty. I have a 1. I have speed 5, so I actually can move further with her. I have 1 endurance left for a strain, which I can use for the Mandalorian Whip, but I don't have to. What I want to is to wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Defeat this guy and then move here for 5 to recover the strain anyway. And I don't need to use a strain, because if I do that, I get to 1, 2, 3, 4 attack this guy, and we use our special action, the Duelist Split again, which replaces the yellow against the red die. So we will attack with green-red against the black. And if you haven't figured it out by now, the dice colors are roughly, let's say, the white dice is, it doesn't defend very well, but it cancels surges very well, and it also has the dodge. The black die has a lot of blocks on it, like the average is actually 2 block, and it only has 1 evade, so usually the surges happen against the black dice, but sometimes they don't. The blue die has a lot of range, but mediocre damage and mediocre surges. The red one has no range at all. It has very good damage and only 1 surge, which we actually rolled here. The green one is very balanced. It has good accuracy, it has good damage, it has good surges, so it's like the all-around good die. It also is the die that you get added to your roll when you are focused. And the yellow one is a lot of surges, but not a lot of damage, right? So depending on what you want to do, some dice are better and some dice are worse sometimes. But in this case, we have 4 damage and a surge against 1 block. Let's check what we want to do with the surge. We deal 3 damage right out of the gate, so we don't need to use any surges for +1 or +1 damage. I don't care. So we will use one of these surges for recovering 1 strain, right? And this means that this. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. So this guy is defeated. So the Jet Troopers are all defeated now. This damage actually goes away. And I used one of the surges I rolled for recovering 1 strain. I moved 1 again because, remember, my movement pool was 5. And I used from here 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have a movement point left. I use 5. So these are my 2 actions. And then at the end of the round, don't forget we have Respite. At the end of your activation, if you're not adjacent to any hostile figures, which we are not, you recover an additional strain. 5. Let's check. No one is adjacent to us. Like, Owner is adjacent, but he is not. I hope he's not hostile, but we'll see. This means that 2 of my figures are actually adjacent to the box, which is very good. And I'm done with all of my activations. Let's go to the app. We see that only the officer and the scavenger remain, and all of my figures went. So we will end the 2nd round. Oh. Deploy 2 weaker pirates. Okay. But wait, I deleted one of the tokens here. Why did I do that? I thought this happens not. Oh, this happens now? Okay. I don't care. That's fine. We have 2 weak with pirates. I haven't prepared them. So let's deploy them. Search for the card. No, 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 I don't want to split this. I want to search, thank you. Weequay Pirates. And get their figures. Search. These are the regular ones. Wait, so you go here. And we'll copy you. And I think they happen to spawn somewhere here. No, they actually don't. Okay, these are bad guys. Why are they these bad guys? I thought they were friends. Whatever. So they deploy here where the Jabba Scavenger also. Let's go here. They deploy here where the Jabba Scavenger also deployed last round. And this is a bummer because I don't want to. I don't want to have to fight them, but we'll see. I need to destroy this fucking barricade. Okay. So, this means it's our turn again. We still have the officer, which is bad. I'll probably use Shyla. Grab the box and move. Do I want to grab the box and move? That's actually bad. I could use Shyla to grab the box and grab the officer, pull him towards me, and attack him. But it doesn't really matter because I can also just strain and yeah, I need to stall for a bit. So the first thing we will use. Do I want to use Vinto? No, I don't want to use Vinto here. No, no. We will start with Shyla. We will start with Shyla. The first thing she's gonna do is take this box. Wait, let's go to the app. And the boxes work like this. Hopefully I can click on the box now. Hello? Oh wait, yeah, I need to complete the deployment. I'm sorry. Yeah, now it works. We will use Shyla. Click on this box. It's an old supply crate. Open it with an action. You rummage through the supplies and take whatever seems useful. Draw one supply card. You gain one med pack. Claim this token. This supply, this crate lands on inside my sheet as well, or near my sheet. So, like this, I put this crate here and remove it from the map. And I also get to draw one card with Shyla, which is an Adrenal Stem. Don't worry, I shuffled this, I'm pretty sure. The Adrenal Stem says discard during activation. It doesn't need any action or anything like that. To choose yourself or an adjacent friendly figure. The chosen figure recovers 3 damage. 3 surges and becomes focused. This is actually pretty good for Vinto right now, but he's like a little bit out of the way. Maybe, we'll see. It's not bad on Vinto though. Whatever, this is what we get. And we also, in the app, never forget, we also get 1 additional map pack, which you can use to recover damage on MHD. Okay, so this was our first action. I hate to do this, but I probably will. Second action, or I will take 2 strain, go to here, and attack this guy. And probably use the Adrenal Stem to focus and remove strain from Vinto. It would be moving in the wrong direction, but it doesn't really matter. I want to have Vinto be ready to fight and be ready to have strain again, because he can deal better damage than the other ones. And since then the Weekly Pirates have 4 damage, or 4 health, I would want to see if I can defeat them with Vinto, one of them this round. We'll see. And we focus, the chances of this happening are actually greater. So we will strain 2. So we take 2 strain. Wait. We will discard Adrenal Stem. And for this we get... we will recover 3 strain on Vinto. And we will get a focus on Vinto. Right? So he is focused now, he has 5 damage. We need to actually be careful with him so we don't we don't lose him early on or get him wounded early on, because then he's getting really slow and we don't want that. But now I still have an action left. I will attack the officer with my with my duelist blade, green-red. Again, I will replace the die because this is usually better, especially against the white die. So we will get green-red against the white die in this case. And we'll hope for no bad surprises. This is very good. We'll see. Do we have a +1 damage here? Yeah, we have a +1 damage. So we rolled 2 damage and 2 surges. We will use 1 surge for +1 damage, for 3 damage in total, which is how much health the officer has. And one of these surges will be cancelled by the evade the officer rolls, right? So he rolled 1. He's defeated because he has 3 health. I deal 3 damage. He's gone. I defeat him in the app, which means 2 attacks per round less, which is very good. And I can't recover any strain because I don't have any strain left. Any surges left to recover strain. I also moved 2 with my strain. This is also something you can only use. You can only suffer 2 strain per round to gain 1 movement point, not more. But you can also use one less. You can only suffer 1 strain for 1 movement point, of course, but not more than 2. Right. So I used 2 strain to move here, attack the officer, and be next to Vinto so I can get rid of his strain and focus him. So this was Shyla, which was probably, I'd say, pretty successful. And now in the app, we'll see who's going next. Oh, overcharged. Gain +1 damage, no! Okay, so this guy is trying to attack Vinto. We'll see if this actually works. Wait, that's not correct. So this guy now wants to attack Vinto. 1, 2, 3, 4. He cannot get further than this because regardless, he needs to spend 2 movement points to either get through MHD or to get into the blue field, right? So the blue field just denotes a difficult terrain field. To enter a space with difficult terrain, you need to spend 2 movement points instead of 1. Okay. Hi, Ollie's there. I forgot to mention you. Love to see you streaming. Frustratingly, I have to head out tonight since I'm running a Twin Shadows campaign for a local group of noobs. I'll be back to stay on your stream for future videos. That's fine. It's very fine. All of this will end up on YouTube anyway. Okay, so he needs to spend 2 movement points to either go through MHD, through the field of MHD, or into the blue field here. So he will get 1, 2, 3, 4. He cannot see Vinto here. He can see Honor and he can see MHD. And now we can decide for ourselves which he's going to attack, right? Since Honor doesn't have any defense, and we will attack MHD because it's beneficial to us. And in this case, there's no implication that we need to do something beneficial to the Imperial player here. We can, if attacking Honor would deal more damage, we can just say we attack MHD instead, right? Usually, when it's about movement and where to stand, or when it's target selection, when it's not completely equal. In this case, the difference, the range is completely equal. When it's not completely equal, you choose the nearest one, but since both of them are adjacent, we just choose, in this case, who's it called? MHD. So he is attacking with 2 yellows against 1 black. Don't forget, he has a +1 damage from his activation, like, wait. He gains, for his activation, he gains here overcharged +1 damage. So all of his results will get +1 damage, which means he rolls 3. +1 is 4 against my 2 blocks, which means he deals 2 damage, but he doesn't get any surges, right? So he can't do an additional 2 damage, or he can't use a Raz. He just deals 2 damage, which is okay, I'd say. We are fully healed anyway. It's fine. It's fine. This is actually pretty fine. Okay, now he move 2 to reposition 3. He will again move 2 back here. It's not reposition 3 because he's nearer to MHD, but it's close enough, right? And that's the activation of the Jabba Scavenger. Now, what do we want to do? I should actually use MHD. Grab another medical card, and then move towards the barricade, because then I'm getting focused. And I move out of the way for both Owner and Vinto, because these guys will try to, most of the time they will distribute their attacks randomly, so they will not go to MHD, hopefully not to MHD. So they will move in this direction, and then a much better target for Vinto, right? Okay, so we will use MHD now, because I can't reasonably reach any of them with Owner. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I could get near one of them, but I only get one attack off then, which will not defeat them at all, and I don't gain anything because they still get the activation in it, they still get the 2 attacks, so I'd much rather have them lured closer to Honor and closer to Vinto than me moving to them, because then I can maybe strain and do 2 attacks or whatnot. So we will use MHD. First will be, again, his action to grab a medical card. We'll get 1 strain, grab one of the medical cards here, and the idea is to grab maybe a med pack now. We will try to gather up and then have MHD use this during a rest. Right, so we get this card over to MHD, and then we will strain 2. Maybe we will attack actually. 1, 2. Because I don't want to move here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. I will attack the barricade. Because we need to get damage going on the barricade as well. Oh wait, but then I'm not getting focused then. Then I will not strain 2, I will just move 2. I will just move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 3, 4 to here, and just chill out there and get focused for next round. So with next round we have let's do this. We have a med pack, we are focused, we can shoot the barricade next round, probably get rid of the barricade, and not be full of strain, which is actually doesn't matter because we want to rest anyway, but we'll see. Okay, that's MHD. Now, my fear, the weak ways. Each figure in this group gains Pierce 1. Ugh. Raider. While attacking, reroll each attack die not showing damage result. The defender must reroll each defense die showing a dodge or result or free block result. Oh, God. So these guys are pretty deadly. Pierce 1 and rerolling the best results from my defense dice. Ugh. But they will actually attack Onar, so it doesn't really matter about the defense die, which it's not good anyway because they reroll and they deal a lot of damage, but we will see. Okay, so first of all, the first one will move 4 and attack Onar, and then move 2 to reposition 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 to here, right next to Onar, and attack with 2 green die. Again, Owner doesn't have any defense die, so we will just take it to the chest, to the chin actually, and we need to reroll this die. Wait, let's go here. We need to reroll the one with the search because it doesn't show any damage result, so we'll just delete it. Roll again. The thing is, a dice during the attack, regardless if it's a defense or an attack die, can only be rerolled once. So we rerolled this guy once. The same result came up. We don't reroll until we get 1 damage. We only reroll once. But this also This also limits the ability, the beneficial ability to reroll. If you have more than one source of a reroll, you cannot use it on the same die, right? So he rerolled once, the same happens. In this case, he uses the one surge for +1 damage. And deals 3 damage to owner. And he has 4 damage here, so 1 damage here, so 5. He has 7 damage in total right now. And this guy will move 2 to reposition 3. Move 2, 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. As far away as possible. The next one will move 1, 2, 3, 4. The same, actually. Green, green. We'll see. We'll wait for the result here if we need to reroll one of these die. Also, if none of them show damage, I think we have to reroll. Yeah, we would have to reroll both of them. But this time it's 4 damage because it's 3 damage +1 surge. They used the 1 surge for a +1 damage, so it's 4 damage, which is bad for Onar. Yeah, he's on 11 damage right now. 1, 2, 3. 4. He's on 11 damage, which is bad. But okay. Oh wait. He doesn't need to reroll anything the weak way, and he'll just use move 2 to reposition 3. 1, 2 to here. Okay. So that's the weak ways, and now it's our turn. Shiloh already went. Maybe we can use Owner. Move. Push one of them closer to Vinto. Let's see about Vinto if we don't have any strain. We can strain 2 with him. It's fine. 1, 2. From here he probably can see both of them pretty fine. 1, 2. So we actually go first with Vinto. Or do we? Yeah. And attack the first one twice, because if we stand here, we can see both of them, so I can distribute what, 1, 2, 3. Nah, it's within 3 spaces, right? So the problem is if I'm. Oh wait, no, I don't have to. Entering a space with a friendly figure doesn't cost 2 movement points. It only costs 1 movement point, so I can get 2 strain, 1, 2, plant myself here with Vinto. And then I can see both of them, and both of them are within 3 range. And I can attack one of them, and the other one gets the gunslinger or the bolt slinger damage. So we'll do that. Take the 2 strain here. I don't need thread the needle, so I don't need an additional strain. And I attack both of them. The first one will actually be focused, so we attack with blue, yellow, and a green. We just need to discard this card here. So blue, yellow, and green against the black die of the weak way. And we of course attack the nearest weak way, because we can still use Boltlinger 1, 2, 3 to get 1+ damage on the other one. Okay. Now we could reroll all of our dice, which I don't think we want to, because we have enough. Or wait, do we actually want to? Do I have +1 damage? I have +1 damage and I don't have a pierce, so I am fine with this. It's not a good result, but it's an okay result. It's 3 damage. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, yeah. So it's 3 damage on this guy, and he has 4 health, so he's not defeated. Wait. And the other one gets also 1 damage for Bolt Slinger. This is fine, because right now I will attack the other one, right? So I will attack the other one. 1, 2, 3. I need a range of 3. This time I'm not focused, so I will just roll this against the black die. So it's blue, yellow against black die. I can't actually see this. 2. Oh, that's. This was very close, but it happened. We deal 1 damage on this guy because we have the range. I have 2 range here. 2 range here on the blue one and 1 range on the yellow one. I need 3. 1, 2, 3 on this guy. And of course, line of sight should be fairly obvious that we have line of sight here, right? Doesn't really strike me as very contentious here. So we deal 1 damage on this guy, right? And via Bolt Slinger, we also deal 1 damage to this guy, and he is actually defeated because he has 4 damage now. So this guy is, one of them is defeated. He has 2 damage, and Vinto used his 2 actions and his 2 strain and the movement for the 2 strain. And standing here, he can't do anything else, so he's done. No Imperial figures remain, so we will continue with our figures, which is Owner. And now I'm thinking of... do I want to move? Or do I want to strain 2 and double attack maybe? Because attacking twice, even if I have to gamble away a damage for accuracy, it's probably better, right? So we'll take 2 strain, and he doesn't have any strain on him. And we want to actually have strain on him, so he needs to rest. Because when he's resting, he also recovers damage. But it doesn't really... If he doesn't have any strain, you only recover the damage, and this seems like, for the action, it doesn't really seem very good. So 1, 2, I'll stand here. I need 2 range to attack this guy. He has 2 health left. We roll a green and a red against the black. And the green has 3 on the sides are range 1. And the other sides are range 2 or even range 3. And this time, that's jackpot. We don't need to use 1, remember. This gun lets us subtract 1 damage for +2 accuracy, which we don't need because we have the accuracy we need. So we only are up against 1 block. He takes 3 damage, which is more than we actually need to deal. And we have 1 surge we can use to recover 1 strain again. Which is actually bad because we can't use it on anything else. And he's defeated. He's defeated as well, and the whole group is defeated, which is very, very nice for me. Snap very awkwardly here, which is very nice for me because only the Jabba scavengers left. So this is only the first action. We can still move. We can still move because we took 2 strain to move. We attacked once, and now we can still move with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can also attack the Jabba, but I don't want to because I need to get going now. It's the end of round 3, and we haven't opened the barricade, which is not good because we only have 6 rounds. I think we are already too late here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're standing right next to the barricade. Okay, that's Onar. That's my round. Let's see if there are any end of round effects here. No threat decrees, no deployment, so nothing actually happens. We are in the next round. I'm starting here, and I will probably use MHD to shoot the barricade. Because the barricade, remember, it has... Wait. The barricade has 4 health and 1 block. If I shoot with... what's it called? With blue, yellow, and the green one. 4 damage, and the Pierce 1 doesn't seem completely out of the question. So we will use this. There's no defense die here because we just attacked the barricade. And we don't need any range because we are next to the barricade. Remember, we're standing here, we're attacking this here, so it's fine. Okay, the blue one is getting stuck again. Okay, this is not bad. This is very good actually. This is very good actually. So we have search for Pierce 1, and we have 4 damage exactly. So the barricade is gone, right? And we have 1 search for a strain recover. Do we actually have a strain? We have a strain. Can recover 1 strain. That's nice. Okay, so the barricade is gone. We will switch over to the app and say the barricade is gone. The neutral mission tokens represents a barricade. A rebel figure can attack the barricade. Health 4, defense 1. 1 block, of course. Blocks movement, line of sight, whatever. We destroyed the barricade. The fence collapses into a mess of scorched metal bars. Imperial continue to run out ahead of you. The mission will progress when the door opens. We will deploy a probe droid. Oops, sorry. We will deploy a probe. I actually noticed that when you destroy the barricade, something spawns, and we will deploy it here, right next to the door. And the probe droid, we go over it when it activates. And we will deploy an Imperial officer. Why? I hate these guys. Probably also down there somewhere. Yeah, let's do it. Also here. In this case, both of these figures want to deploy here. If the space is occupied, you deploy the next Imperial figure as close as possible to the space, which is any of the adjacent spaces. And other than that, you can just do what you want. In this case, since I know that MHD will probably not defeat the officer before he can make anything happen, we will deploy him closer to the rebels, or actually deploy him farther away from the rebels, because... sorry, forgot to switch the scene again. Deploying would be here, where the prop droid already is deployed, and the officer deploys in the space closest to this. So I can choose one of these 4 spaces, and since I know, since he is a coward and he wants to actually lure the rebels into his reach, he will actually deploy down there. These tokens are all gone. Okay, you are overwhelmed by a rush of sound as a sand skiff piloted by weak mercenaries lands to flank you. Oh god. I actually know what's happening here. I need to toggle this. Let's go over to the app. So, this is a story event. We remove one of the tiles here. We already removed it here. And then we lay down another set of tiles here. Let's do it like... I actually don't know how this works. Yeah, okay, like this, and a cap here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Then weak raise the blaster. This is bad for us. Oh, actually, it's not bad. But it's actually good for us. We'll see. The weak raise the blaster in the leathery hands. You're trespassing on Jabba's sand. You're not welcome. They snarl as they aim their rifles at the stormtroopers. Jabba's weak mercenaries are deployed, and they are deployed to the entrance of the skiff. So they landed here, and they're deployed here. And they are actually figures controlled by me, right? So I deployed them here in the background. So these are my guys now, and they work like on the card itself, right? So this is very good for us because you have five activations now. But first, we are done with MHG's first action, which was attacking the barricade. Second action will be to move. Do we actually want to move? How many damage we have here? Strain. Do we want to rest and heal Onar? Maybe, because Onar is adjacent, so I actually want to rest, I think. First, before we rest, we will strain 1. Get a strain here. And then, second action, we will rest. We get rid of our strain and we'll discard the med pack. Get in the discard pile. And we will, for this, we will remove We will remove 5 damage from Onar. Right? Because this card tells us to discard this card after you rest, which we did. You or an adjacent friendly figure recovers 5 damage, which Onar in this case also did. Which is very fortunate for us because we are not getting defeated now. So this is the activation. I can still strain 1 more. And I probably will. But I will strain to... do I want to strain to here? Maybe. He's far enough along, and he healed Onar. I don't care about MHD during this mission again, so he doesn't need to be healed anymore, at least not that urgently, right? So I'm much rather interested in actually getting these figures or these 2 rebels over to the side where the action is. Okay, that's MHD. First activation is the Officer. Order another Imperial figure with a figure cost of 3 or less that can perform an attack. Attacks owner. The Prop Droid cannot attack owner because he doesn't have line of sight, but Jabba can. And he will attack with yellow again against no black die, against no die at all. And he will use +2 to search 2 and harass. So we get 1 strain and 2 damage for owner. That's actually the minimum result you can get. Actually, yeah, it's the minimum result on damage you can get. It's fine. That's perfectly fine. The next will be move 1 to attack owner, which you cannot. The officer moves 1 and attacks MHD instead, right? Because he cannot draw line of sight anyway to owner, right? Just for illustration purposes, all of this goes through MHD, right? All of this also goes through MHD, right? Doesn't matter where I point it, right? This here as well, either it goes through the wall or through MHD, right? So it can only attack MHD here. So we will attack MHD here, and he is doing +1 damage and maybe a focus, depends on how we roll. Oh, we get a free block and we get only 1 damage on MHD, which is not that much of a problem really. Wait, oh no, I actually wanted to. Okay. I will rotate my camera here. Okay, let's do it like this. So 1 damage on MHD, and the officer is done. Now it's our turn again. I want to break free. Maybe save up the weak ways. The weak ways, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they can attack the officer who already went, which is a bummer, so I can't actually attack the Prop Droid. But we will still use the weak ways now. The first one will move 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't really matter. Because they have +1 accuracy and green attack, which means a minimum of 3 accuracy, and attack the officer. He attacks with he defends with a white die, and I hope I can get rid of him. Maybe in the first attack, which I can, because they have +1 damage, which means while attacking you may choose 1 die. The player that rolled the die must reroll that die. I can choose 1 of my die, or I can choose their die. In this case, I don't want to choose any of the die, because I deal 3 damage, and this is the officer dead. So I will get rid of the officer, and this guy moved 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy will move 2 and attack the weak way. Again, it's the same defense because the weak way also has a white defense die. Don't forget, I can reroll 1 of their die if I want to. Oh god, green is stuck again. But inside the tower again. Oh my god, where is it? Come on. I will probably want to reroll the die of the weak way here. Because then I can defeat him. Can I? How many? He has 3 health. If I reroll, I can maybe defeat him. Is this worth it? Or the other cases I deal 2 damage. I'll take the 2 damage. Don't gamble here. I'll put it on the card itself. Okay, so that's this one. He has 2 movement left, and I will park him here. And that's the weak ways. And next up is the Prop Droid, and we'll switch size again. Prop Droid has the self-destruct. At the end of this activation, if this figure is adjacent to a rebel and has suffered 1 or more damage, roll 1 red die. Each adjacent rebel suffers damage equal to the damage result, then this figure is defeated. So he blows himself up if he's damaged. He's not damaged, so this will not happen. Move 2 to attack owner, Can I? Yes, I can do this. And then move 2 to engage as many rebels as possible, minimum 1. We will see. This works. This is an interesting activation. Move 2. So he's standing here. 1, 2. He can see owner. He needs a range of 1, 2, 3 because he can draw from here. Oh wait. Let me illustrate this. He can see all of these edges, all of these corners, right? So, and he needs a range of 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and he's attacking with blue, yellow, yellow. So blue, yellow, yellow. No defense die. Owner again, no defense die. And he's using his surges for +1 damage, recover 1, pierce 1. None of this happens because he doesn't have any damage. He doesn't have any blocks to pierce through, so he just uses one of the surges as +1. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 damage for owner again. See why owner is difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4. 12 damage again on owner, which we already just healed him. After this, move 2 to engage as many rebels as possible. Minimum 1. So we move 1 because here, when we stand here, we are adjacent to 3 rebels, which is the 2 weakness and MHD, and that's not better than standing here. And so we end the activation as early as possible with the best result for the perp droid as possible. Right? This he does this because he wants to explode, right? So, but he doesn't have any damage on it. So, okay, the Jabba scavenger is still going, but I don't think we will. He has 2 health. I can use Vinto. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, we will use Vinto. Maybe we get him with 1. Can we strain? Do we have strain? Yeah, we'll strain. I can't all of the time. So we use 1 strain on Vinto to move 1 and then attack the Jabba scavenger here, right? So it's a range of 2. We are not focused or anything, we just roll our die, so blue, yellow against white. And we hope we get 1 damage through. We don't get to do any bolt slinger action, I don't care. I just want this guy gone, right? So this works, so we deal 3 damage against 1 block. He doesn't have any defense abilities. You apply, plus this doesn't help him because even though maybe... Yeah, let's go to the app. It says ignored card abilities, take cover, because this is actually worked into the AI of the unit. So it doesn't really matter. It wouldn't have saved him, but if it would have, I would have needed to take it and traded the 1 evade on the dice result to 1 block, so he would have had 2 blocks. In this case, it doesn't really matter. It's 1 damage either way, and he only has 1 health left. So we will defeat this guy. Bye-bye. Defeat him in the app. And then we still have 1 action left with Vinto. He has a speed of 4 and 3 strain. I don't care, we will just hustle now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Yeah, that's Vinto. We still have Ona and Shyla left. I will use Shyla first and just probably double move with her. She has 3 strain. Oh wait, we forgot respite from last round, but I'll keep the strain right now. The 1 strain will probably not end our mission, so but we'll need to remind it for now. Remember it for now. We will use 2 actions to move. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So because she has a speed of 5, and this means we place her here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do need to go through these figures, and I do not need to stop. I can use both of my actions to load up on 10 movement points and just move through them. Even though like 5 movement points would place me like on Vinto maybe, right? But it doesn't really matter. I only need 1 movement point to go through each of them, and I just move through them, right? So Shyla is in prime position next turn to open the door. which would be the start of round 5, which is probably okay. Okay, that's Shannon's turn. And I probably... Should I not attack the Proctroid? Maybe. He can deal a lot of damage, but I would also, if I wound him now, I need to use my first action next round to actually defeat him, which doesn't sound like a good idea. Okay, we will still do it. We use Honor. He has a speed of 4, 2 surges, 2 strain. Still 8 health left, which is okay. 1, 2, 3. Then attack the Proctroid with red-green. Red-green and a black defense die. The Proctroid doesn't have any defensive abilities other than self-destruct, which of course doesn't happen right now. We don't have any surges to spend other than like on strain recovery, so we deal 1 damage, only 1 damage to the Proctroid. And we can get rid of one of the strains, which is not too bad. We used 1, 2, 3. We have still 1 movement left, 4. And we can use 1 strain, maybe 2 strain, to place ourselves here. Let's use 2 strain here. No. No, I overrode my owner camera, doesn't matter. Let's do it. So we use 2 strain. We're pretty loaded up on owner here. Yeah. We're pretty loaded up on owner, but it's okay, I'd say. That's owner. That's the end of round 4. Let's check the app. And nothing actually happens. And at the end of round 4, threat is increased. There are either no enemy groups to reinforce, or the current threat is too low to reinforce any groups. So if an enemy group has more than 1 figure, sometimes threat is used to place one of the defeated figures right next to one of the still remaining figures. This is called reinforcement. But in this case, we just deploy a Jabba Scavenger and Jet Troopers. I don't know where, so I'll just put them here for now. And we'll deploy them on the yellow point. So both of them are here. First was the Jabba Scavenger, and then the Jet Troopers. And they can't decide. They need to go as close as possible. Let's look at this here. The Jabba Scavenger was on this space here. This was the deployment point. He was deployed first. And the second deployment is the Jet Troopers, and they have to be as close as possible to the deployment point. The other 2 spaces are occupied by rebel figures, so they have to deploy here. Jet Trooper deployment, we have deployed all of them. And now is the question, what do we do? We can get rid of the... We can use the...